Hey guys, Nikki here. Today I'm doing a quick video on contemporary romance book recommendations with awesome audiobook companions. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I am a very avid listener of audiobooks. That is really my primary source of book reading. While I do read a lot of physical copies, a lot of times I'm listening along with the audiobook as I go. I have quite a collection of audiobooks in my Audible library. I also buy audiobooks on chirpbooks.com, and I also borrow audiobooks from my public library through the Libby app. But today, the majority of the books I'll be talking about are actually free to borrow through the Audible Escape package. If that's something that you have heard about or that you're interested in, that might be an option. I think I pay not even $8 a month to tack it on to my Audible monthly membership. For an unlimited amount of borrows every month, that's really an amazing deal if you're already an Audible subscriber. Without further ado, let's get into the book recommendations. Book number 1 is Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This audiobook is narrated by Teddy Hamilton and Serafina Valentine. The book itself was just fantastic. It blew me away. It was very dark, very emotional, very much trigger warnings for rape and domestic violence. But if you can get past that, this is a sports romance. August is a biracial NBA player, and then we have Iris, who is the girlfriend of another team player that August views as his rival. So we have slow burn, forbidden love, and we have second chance romance. These two characters meet in the very beginning. They hit it off immediately. They just have this immediate connection, but she's already dating someone else. She ends up kind of tied to that person over the course of the next several years as things play out. But August does not give up hope. He feels this strong connection with Iris that he has not ever felt with anybody else. This book is just so good. I couldn't put it down. I almost immediately picked up the sequel, which was Blockshot, and loved it as much, if not more. And excellent story, excellent audiobook. You can borrow this audiobook for free in the Audible Escapes package. Book number 2 is The AI Who Loved Me by Alyssa Cole. This is a sci-fi romance. It has a full cast of audiobook narrators. Not only does it have the full cast, but it also has sound effects that really just make this an immersive read in audiobook form. This one is also available in the Audible Escapes package to borrow for free. But this book was just such a surprise to me. Sci-fi is not normally one of my genres, but this book was just so cute and so refreshing and so surprising. There was just this twist in the story that I didn't see coming that just took it from great to awesome. It was a very smart read, so if that's something that you're into, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. This third book, unfortunately, is not in the Audible Romance Escapes package, but it is, in my opinion, worth the Audible credit or spending the money to actually pay for this one outright. But this one is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This is an LGBTQ plus romance where we have the son of the first female president of the United States, and you have the heir to the British throne, Prince Henry. So Alex, the president's son, and Henry are these basically enemies. They hate each other. They are thrown together because of kind of this public relations project that forces proximity, and they end up getting to know each other and really liking each other, and a whole lot more. So the story was just very cute in a very steamy, very adult kind of way. It was very much a surprise to me, especially because I'm not really into politics, and I heard that this was a very political book, but I didn't feel like the politics were so much the focus that it took away from the story or the romance. So that is definitely something to consider if that was a reason for you not wanting to pick this book up previously. Book number 4 is Heidi's Guide to Four-Letter Words by Tara Civic and Andy Arndt, narrated by Andy Arndt. This book is just such a fun, hilarious romantic comedy. The romance is between Heidi and the guy who moves in next door. And Heidi is kind of this goody two-shoes who's lived this sheltered life. She decides one day that she's going to start a podcast where she drinks wine and just says whatever random things come out of her mouth. It's just so much fun. It's funny. Her parents are just so cringy and laughable, but it's just such a good time all the way around. I can't say enough good things about this story, and prepare to laugh your butt off. So Heidi's Guide to Four-Letter Words is available to borrow for free in the Audible Escape package. Book number 5 is The Wish Collector by Mia Sheridan. This book is also available not only in the romance Audible Escape package, you can also borrow this ebook free with Kindle Unlimited. So this is kind of a Beauty and the Beast theme a little bit. Other tropes include scars, second chances, redemption, and magical realism. You have these two characters who both kind of have these histories that really make this story amazing. You have Jonah, who has this tragic past and it left him scarred inside and out. So he feels like he's this monster and he hides away at this place called Wendile Plantation. Around this plantation is this big stone wall where people in New Orleans come and put their wishes up on this wall. Clara is this ballerina who has just moved to New Orleans. She comes to this wall and starts talking and is surprised when she hears somebody on the other side of it one day. So there's just so much depth to this story. It is very deep and dark, but it was a very good story that I really enjoyed. The next book is The Protector by Elin Peer. This is one of my favorite series. I cannot say enough good things about this book. This ebook is also available in Kindle Unlimited, and you can get The Protector in the Audible Escape package to listen to for free. The story is futuristic. It has alpha hero and also has strong female lead, and I think the biggest theme of these books, all of the books in the entire series, is this major opposites attract trope. So just to kind of read a few lines of the description of this book, I think will say everything that needs to be said that really pulled me in. So I'm just gonna read it. It's super short little snippet. So it's 400 years in the future where men are few and women rule the world. Right? Except for the area formerly known as Canada and Alaska, which is inhabited by the men of the Northlands, a group of strong men who refuse to be ruled by women. So to put this into perspective, below the border, women outnumber men like 25-1. And even then, the men are not just very masculine. They're all kind of like very effeminate, and many of them are gay or bisexual, and so women have to use like these sex bots to procreate and things like that. And then in the north, men outnumber women like 1,000-1. So I guess when you get that many men together, the testosterone levels go through the roof. I don't know, but it's just very, very, very good. I can't say enough. Like, you get this gladiator vibe with the men. They're all just these super macho, super manly, super alpha characters, and Boulder is assigned to be the protector of Christina, who is a historian that is sent across the border to do some research. I mean, if that doesn't make you want to give this series a try, I don't know what will. So that's all I'm gonna say on that one. I could talk about these books for days. Book number 7. This is also one that is unfortunately not available in the Audible Escapes package. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, so you would have to pay the full price for this one. But I feel like it's worth the mention because it was so good, and that is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. If you've seen the movie, of course you have to know that the book was better. There were just a lot of details that the movie didn't capture and pieces of the story that the movie just didn't get. I feel like the audiobook did a really good job of catching the cultural aspect of the story. It's narrated by Lin Chen. She has that Chinese accent, so she really nails those Chinese slang words, and she really catches that staunch disapproval of Nick's mother. And you get like all these different different perspectives. Nick Young, he's the heir to this young empire in Singapore, and they are obscenely rich. And he has this girlfriend in the States named Rachel Chu, and she has no idea how rich his family is. She's this economic professor at a university, and she's just really down to earth. She has a single mom, and they grew up very poor. It's just something very much opposite sides of the track type story. And all I can say is if you've seen the movie and you liked it, then definitely read the book, or more importantly, listen to the audio. Fantastic. Number 8 is Wanderlust by Lauren Blakely. The audiobook on this one is narrated by Richard Armitage. You may know him as Thorin Oakenshield of the Hobbit movies and Grace Grant. What I freaking love about this book, aside from Richard Armitage narrating the male chapters, it's set in Paris, and you have this woman, Joy, who works for a perfume lab, and she's going over to Paris to work in that branch of her company. She meets Griffin, who is her translator, and you kind of have this forbidden romance because they work together, but you also kind of have this expiration date because she's eventually going to go back. He's eventually going to be traveling the world. They just don't have a whole lot of time. So that's already built-in conflict. But another really cool thing about this book was this blog that Joy writes, and it's scent themed. So of course she works for a perfume company, but she blogs about scents in her day-to-day life, and it's just done so beautifully. The story was just so beautiful and written so well. I absolutely loved it. I can't say enough good things about it. It is another one that is available to borrow for free with the Audible Escape package. Number 9 is another one by Lauren Blakely, but I can't talk about Lauren Blakely audiobooks and not mention this one. It's Mr. O, and it's narrated by Sebastian York. It is one of those rare romances that is told completely through the hero's perspective. And if you've never heard Sebastian York narrate an audiobook, you're missing out. This one is very funny, and it's very dirty, I guess, as you can probably tell from the title. It's very steamy. But you get this friends to lovers, you get this forbidden romance because Nick Hammer's best friend is Harper's brother. So you have the best friend's little sister trope. But Nick Hammer writes this comic with the hero called Mr. O. And I'm sure you can kind of gather the gist of that. It's also got that Cyrano trope where Harper wants to enlist Nick to teach her how to make a man fall for her. They kind of do this fake relationship thing for a while they're kind of pretending to be in a relationship so that she can learn kind of how to attract this particular guy. Good times all around. I absolutely love this story. It's one that I really want to reread soon at some point, but it is also very steamy and all kinds of fun. So also available in the Audible Escape package. And finally, number 10 is The Muse by L.M. Halloran. This one is narrated by Sean Grindell and Charlotte North. And if you haven't read an L.M. Halloran book, you don't know what you're missing. I have dubbed her the Queen of Angst. Her books are so emotional. This one is very much a slow burn. It's a forbidden romance. You have a college professor and his teaching assistant / student. You have also a female character with a physical disability. This book was about writing and about a creative writing program. You also get a lot of references to classic fiction works. For example, Alice in Wonderland, it does go into kind of that we're all mad here and I'll tell you a secret, all the best people are kind of thing. But definitely just the slow burn and kind of this back and forth angsty kind of relationship where she's really trying to push him away and he's really trying to chase after her. This one is not available in the Audible Escapes package, but the ebook is available in Kindle Unlimited, and if you borrow it for free, or you can just buy the ebook outright, you can add on the Audible version for only like $7.49. Anyway, that's all of my romance recommendations with awesome audiobooks. Please let me know what you think. If you've read any of these, let me know what you thought about them. Or if you end up listening to any of these audiobooks, let me know if you enjoyed them. So subscribe if you want to see more videos. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.